My name is Esther Mwaniki. I am the founder and CEO of Rapid Leaders Africa. I'm very passionate about people development and specifically working with young people. I enjoy seeing people realize their full potential, and that allows them to be able to make a difference in the things that they're involved in. And that for me is my greatest moment, just realizing, helping a person to realize themselves and realize who they can be and what they're made to be, and then be able to realize, to live out that potential.
My name is Rose, Angeline Wanjirumburu. I'm a girl, I'm a woman, I'm a friend, I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, I'm a teacher, I'm a financial professional, I'm a mentor, I'm a leader, and I would describe myself as a hard worker, a lover of life, a lover of God. I enjoy reading. I love butterflies, I don't know, and flowers. I like to work hard and I like to motivate people along the way, yeah.
My name is Grace Isenge, first of all, and I'm the founder of Ayana Handmade, which is a beauty manufacturing brand based in Nairobi. It's now 3 years old. And I describe myself as very passionate, very compassionate, a risk taker, yeah, and creative. That's why I'm in this industry in the first place.
In a nutshell, I'm anything I say I'm going to be, right? But in this context, I would say I'm a software developer, I'm a coach, I'm a mentor. If you were to describe me, I would say I'm an elephant, if you were to ask me in form of an animal. I'm very loving, I want to protect, but at the same time, I'm very strong.
My name is Triza Mombi. I'm an entrepreneur and I run a business in the software industry. How people describe me would be curious. I love learning new information. I love seeking new information, and I love implementing that in the space that God has provided me.
So the two women who stand out for me is my mom and my grandma, who are perhaps the most resilient women that I know of. My mom has been running for politics for the last 15 years and has never even succeeded to get through, and is likely to run again the coming elections. But she has this passion for serving her community that has driven her for the last 15 years. And every election I see her fight and fight relentlessly to be part of making a change within the community. It doesn't work, and I think there's a lot of issues around the politics and how women engage in it. But for whatever reason, every 5 years she's back at it. And I really admire that. My grandma is a warrior by herself. She's currently in her 90s and we live with her. And I watch her every single morning fighting to wake up. I mean, right now she's walking with crutches, but at 7 o'clock you'll find her awake and alive and fighting for herself to be in the space of the 90s. And for me, that's how I've grown up. I've grown up around women who believe in themselves, who are resilient, and who believe that they can do anything that they put themselves into.
My mother, that will be forever the greatest woman on whose shoulders I'll ever stand on, because my existence is through her. My grandmothers and my aunties, they molded me and provided opportunities to be the person I am today.
A woman I've stood on would be Sheryl Sandberg, the Chief Operations Officer at Facebook. She has been a major inspiration for me. I remember reading a story about her when she got pregnant. She immediately went into business when her baby was only 6 months old. As in, that's a huge sacrifice. And for me, seeing her, how she has grown, how she has impacted Facebook, where she has helped Facebook get to, me being a woman in the software industry has really helped me get in where I want to be through her.
The first lady that comes to mind is the lady who was the IT manager when I first started out at Aga Khan. I'll never forget her. She took us on and she was like, if you've come to this space, it was an internship to be very honest, but she was like, this is the space and you guys are gonna have to work, right? And I remember a week into my training, because it was a new system, she woke up and she said, okay, I'm going to send you. And she sent me to a whole clinic by myself. And she's like, I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do. She's like, it's fine, you'll figure it out. So for me, whenever I think of somebody whose shoulders I've literally stood upon, she's the one.
Chimamanda Ngozi, because she's really pro-Black women. She is really pro-African. And actually, she has managed to create a lot of impact within that space. So I really look up to her. She's speaking very boldly about being, number one, a woman, and number two, being a Black woman.
challenges I've seen women facing, especially in the software industry, would be gender bias. In the sense, you find that most of the men are in the software industry. We know men who are building IT companies. We know, like, for example, like Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg. So for me, the major challenge has been working into companies, and what the person you find on the other end is a man. So that man would not understand you as a woman, where you are coming from. I actually remember a time back, I went into a big company. I wasn't able to get to the decision maker, so someone directed me to someone I can talk to in the meantime. And what happened is, once I pitched, all they could say was, "Oh, that is really good, especially from a woman, that is good." But the following day, when I called to follow up, "What do you think of my software?" they called me out for coffee. You know, we can go out for coffee, discuss, see if this system would work for us. And for me, in my head, that happened consistently, and that's a huge challenge, because they think that you are not capable as a woman, and it lengthens the process of you closing that deal. So gender bias has been a challenge.
For lack of a better word, we are looked upon like it's science, right? And most people assume girls and science don't go hand in hand, right? So the question becomes, yes, we can be in the tech space, but they want us to be in the analysis tech space, right? So that means even in the tech space, there are boxes where we are actually then, kind of packed into, you can analyze, right? We don't want you to do the coding aspect of it, right? So people's perception, right? And it stems from culture. And sometimes it's because even your teachers and your parents don't understand that you can excel, that science is your everyday life, right? If you look at chemistry, it's you cooking. If you look at biology, it's you cooking. It's the same thing even with IT. If you're coding, it's the way you think, right? How are you thinking? How do you then think of solving a problem? So if we then demystify, so I would say in that aspect, one is attitude and culture that doesn't support women. Two, I would also say not enough women to mentor each other in this space.
I'd say grit. Grit it's very wholesome. It's basically saying that you're in touch of everything, that you are holding on to things. It's one value that encompasses many things. And I think grit, if women mastered grit a lot, it's not just about working hard. If you mastered what it takes to have grit, I think you'd really be able to drive authentic change.
Integrity is my number one value. Whatever comes me, just wear integrity. Integrity will speak for you, will get you in rooms where none other value will get you in.
One is, it will be fine. I think when you're young, you feel like you don't have a perspective around how life is going to unfold. And so I was afraid, I was uncertain. I'd tell that girl, it will be fine. It will turn out well. God has a plan for you that is beyond anything that you can ever imagine. So it will be fine, would be the first advice. I tell her, relax. The second thing I'd tell her is, learn to live in the space of excellence, but don't confuse excellence with perfectionism. There's a lot of pressure in society to be perfect, but I found authenticity is found in excellence. And that means you give your best self, but you have room for failure. So it will be fine, you will fail, but give it your best shot. And the third thing, which for me is the most important thing, invest backwards. You're the fruit of women who fought for you, who've been resilient, who've demonstrated their capacity. Do the same thing for people behind you at every stage of your life, from when you're 10, 20, to God knows when. Keep investing in your sisters behind you.
The first advice I would give my younger self would be, don't sweat the small stuff. Like, literally don't sweat the small stuff, right? Things will go the way they will go. You cannot control what happens on the other side, but you have absolute control over what happens to yourself. Dream big, dream wild, live loud.
I would tell her to stop being too complacent, to stop taking everything as they come, being too comfortable. Yeah, to get used to getting out of her comfort zone. because that's where growth is.
Relax. It takes time. You have all the opportunities around you and you have everything that it takes in you. Just believe in yourself. Take it one step at a time. Evaluate the progress that you've made and acknowledge it. Celebrate your wins and learn from your failures. The world is your oyster. You have so many giants to stand on. There is nothing that you can put your mind on that you cannot do. You're great, you're wonderful, you're destined for greatness. Good job.
It's very important to build networks. Understand yourself, discover who you are. There's a lot that God has put into you. There's a lot you can do in this world. So discover yourself, and after you've discovered what you want to do in life, build networks around your interest so that you can work with these people in life up to when you attain what you want to attain in life.
My name is Esther Moneki. I want to wish you a very happy Women's Day. Let's shine.
My name is Grace Usenge, and I want to wish all of you a happy International Women's Day.
My name is Rose Mboro, and I want to wish you a happy International Women's Day.
My name is Ivy Wainaina, and I would love to wish you a happy International Women's Day. Rock it, live loud, live your best life, do what you love most.
My name is Triza Mombi, and I want to wish you a happy International Women's Day. Live it, love it, you are the queen.